Well, howdy friends, Brian Flechsig of Mad River Outfitters in the Midwest Fly Fishing Schools, and welcome back to another one of our fly fishing Q&A videos. As always friends, we appreciate you being here and we appreciate your questions. After all, that's really what we do for a living, is help people and answer questions about fly fishing, either the equipment that we sell or techniques or destinations. So as always friends, you send your questions over to admin@madriveroutfitters.com. We'll get back to you via email, or you can pick up the phone and give us a call. That's really the best way to go about it. So let's jump right in. Chris Casa from Ontario, Canada. Chris says, "Hi Brian, I was in a big box store and asked an employee a question about a leader. He told me to add tippet to the end of a new leader, and I knew from your videos that it's illegal to double tippet. My question is, why is that bad? If I add tippet of equal or smaller diameter, only making my leader a bit longer, what is wrong with that?" Well, thanks a lot. Love the videos. Well, Chris, okay, it's not illegal, and it depends on what you're doing. But let's explain this again. When I have said that in the past, and of course, we like to make people smile and we like to have fun. So illegal to double tip it. Remember, and the guy at the big box store does not know this. And when we originally made those videos and talked about it being illegal, that was the point, is that so many people, even in decent fly shops, are going to tell you to add tippet. Well, this has a tippet on it. Remember that a leader equals a tapered section and a tippet. It's all in the package. And it's usually somewhere on a 9-foot leader, it's usually somewhere around 2 foot, or something like 20 to 25% is tippet when you buy a leader. So if you're adding tippet right out of the package, you're making your tippet maybe 40% of the length of the leader, and that's typically not good. Why is that bad? Well, it's going to make it hard to cast. The energy goes down the leader, everything's going good, and then it gets to the tippet, and then there's just not enough energy left to push through 4 foot, 5 foot of tippet, if you're actually fly casting. Now with Euro nymphing and all these different things, it's a different story. I'm talking about fly casting. Now this might be okay if you're fishing small dry flies. That longer, let's call it 3 to 4 foot of tippet, might be able to turn over a smaller dry fly. In fact, I've heard Tom Rosenbauer, who's absolutely nobody more respected or educated in our industry. I've heard Tom say that for dry fly fishing, he does add some tippet to a packaged leader. And that's fine, dry fly fishing. But if you're trying to throw a streamer or even a weighted nymph and split shot, man, the energy is just gonna go down that leader, and it's gonna get out halfway through that double tippet that you've just put on there, and it's just gonna collapse. It's gonna fall in a big pile on you. And this is something that, I've been in this industry for 36 years as of 2024, and I've heard so many beginners that are double tippeting, and they're wondering why they can't deliver a fly properly. And it's because a big box store, or like I said, even some fly shops might not know that there's a tippet on there, and or maybe they just want to sell you tippet. I don't know. But like I said, maybe for throwing smaller dry flies, you might be able to go a little bit longer and add some tippet right out of the package. But for all intents and purposes, you don't need to. And yes, it would make your leader a little bit longer, but you're better off, if you want to make your leader longer, you need to add to the butt section. You don't need to add to the tippet. If you want this to be a 12-foot leader, add 3 foot to the butt section, okay? Find out what the diameter is of the butt section. You could do that by going to our website. We list the diameters of all butt sections. As we all know, a good leader starts in the butt. You've got to know what your butt diameter is. Add to the butt. You don't need to add to the front end. But again, depends on what you're doing. But the point being is that we don't want beginners and even intermediate anglers adding tippet to tippet. That just doesn't work. If you do want to, for example, you have a 5X leader and you want to add 6X tippet, we've shown you this before. Cut back to where you've got about 6 or 8 inches of that 5X and then add your 6X tippet. Don't have that 20%, 25% 5X and then add a tippet of 6X. That's just a little too much to ask of that long piece of 5X. But if it's a short piece of 5X, it can do it, no question. So you can turn a 5X into a 6X. We've done tons of videos on how you do that, how to properly do it. So anyhow, I hope that explains it to you, Chris, and makes some sense. And we appreciate you. So we're going to send a hat and a fly box up to Ontario, Canada. Sorry to interrupt, but just wanted to remind you that this video today is sponsored by nobody. Here at Mad River Outfitters, everything's organic. We have no sponsors that are paying us to show you their products, so we depend on y'all for support. So you might think about hopping over to madriveroutfitters.com where you can find these new for fall of 2024 waffle crews. Man, these things are like the old Long Johns to me. Really, really cool, really soft. This one features the original 1994 Mad River Outfitters logo, and then we've got the brown trout badge logo. Yeah, I know. So think about it. Hop on over to madriveroutfitters.com. Every little bit helps. We appreciate your support. Now let's get back to the video. So as always, friends, we appreciate you. It's only with your support that we're able to do what we do here at Mad River Outfitters, both make the videos, run our guide service, run our trips, and have a fly shop. So we really appreciate you. As always, send those questions over to admin at madriveroutfitters.com or pick up the phone and give us a call. Hop on over to our website and register for our monthly newsletter. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the like button, and that's all. That's all I got for you. But it's quite a punch list, I know, but